If you guys are new to the channel, we just started this last week where we're trying to get our picks. Each pick is in 40 seconds or less. We call it the play clock picks. Rocco, I'm going to ask you to sit this one out so the three of us can just knock it out real quick for the sake of time. We do have Dean Kramer that's going to be joining us in about 14 minutes. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Hit that stop clock, Zach, and let's go ahead and start right now, starting with the Carolina Panthers at Chicago. Chicago is favored by 3.5 points. I think I'm going to take the Chicago Bears tonight, and the only reason that I'm doing it is because of their defense and really nothing else.
Are we thinking the same thing?
Yeah.
Bears win, Bears defense start?
Yeah.
I think we might. Chicago Bears, I think we're both on board with the Bears getting the win. The battle of the number one overall, actually Chicago. I guess Chicago wins either way tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up, we got
DJ Moore revenge game.
Next
so 30 seconds. Here we go.
Let's go.
All right. Next up, we got Colts at New England. The Colts are favored by 2 points. This is another one that's just going to be a shitty one in Germany. I'm sorry, German football fans. It's just not going to be a great game for you. But nevertheless, you got football in your country now. So nevertheless, Colts, I think I'm gonna take on this one as well. They're only favored by 2.
I would take that.
Yeah, I'm just throwing
Minshew magic.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Colts as well. They seem like they have their act together, idea more. Weird things happen with the Patriots, but they're finding more ways to lose than win. Give me the Colts.
Oh, 38 seconds. There we go.
Next up, we got Browns, Baltimore Ravens. We just got done talking about them. Ravens are favored by 6 at home. I don't think that this is going to be particularly close because of what we're seeing out of that Ravens defense. And if the offense is playing like they did against the Seahawks last week, this should be an easy win for the Ravens. What do you guys think?
If the line was Ravens by 1 million, I'd alternate spread to Ravens by 1,000,001. That's how confident I am.
I think the Ravens are buzzing. I think it's going to be a gritty AFC North game, but give me Baltimore at the bank. They get a big win and move on to Cincy.
Perfect. Next up, we got Texans at Cincinnati. This is Cincinnati's favored by 8. I feel like that's a bit too much. Look, I know the Bengals are on fire right now, and Joe Burrow is looking like old Joe Burrow. We've seen this from the Bengals year in and year out now, where they have this slow start and then just ramp up and really get hot. But as you guys mentioned, T. Higgins is out. Jamar Chase is also a little bit banged up. The Houston Texans are better than advertised, in my opinion. C.J. Stroud just went bananas last week, throwing for 470 yards. I think the Bengals still take this, but I don't think that they cover.
Yeah, I think the Texans, I think T. Higgins, it's up in the air, but lean towards if he has a hamstring, he might not play. The Texans defense is solid overall. The Bengals, I think you're right. I think it's close, but I think Cincy wins this game at home.
Play clock violation, but I'm taking Cincy.
I talked too much on that one. Next up, we got
delay game, not play clock.
Oh, delay game, yeah. Next up, we got 49ers, Jacksonville Jaguars. 49ers are only favored by 3. And I got to tell you, the way the 49ers have been playing, it's been really rough to see that. They are coming off of a bye, but Jacksonville, I think, takes this game, even though they are not favored to win.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take the 49ers. They have to bounce back, right? They have to.
San Fran, Debo, hopefully Trent Williams is back. No way they're losing 4 games in a row, right?
No chance.
San Fran on the road, baby.
Boom.
All right. Next up, we got Saints at Minnesota. Saints are favored in this game. I am a believer in the Dobbs train now. Just seeing what we saw last week. Look, the spread here isn't that big. You probably could flip a coin. I'm going to flip the coin and go Minnesota Vikings here. I just would love that feel-good story to happen, and that's really the only reason why I'm taking the Vikings.
Well, do you believe in Creed yet?
No.
Well, guess what? I do. And the Vikings, since they've had it, they keep winning games. Texas won the World Series. Give me the Vikings in this one.
I'm boycotting the Saints because they don't give Alvin Kamara the ball on the goal line. So give me the Vikings.
Next up, we got another really shitty game. Like this is how this week's going to go. Packers at Pittsburgh. Two terrible offenses. This is probably going to be a 3-0 game if I had to guess. Packers are not favored in this one. Pittsburgh's favored by 3.5. And that's really because it's just a home game. I don't know who to take here, but because the Pittsburgh Steelers have just somehow figured out how to win games, they're 5-3, and I really have no idea why. I'm not going to think that they can't win this game either, so I'm taking the Steelers.
The Steelers, for the first time all year, will outgame their opponent and they're going to lose.
Wow, that'd be neat. That'd be neat for Ravens fans. But I'm going to take Pittsburgh because the weirdest things happen in Pittsburgh, no matter what. Pittsburgh just finds ways. You look up, how the hell did they win? I think they have one of those games again. They pull it out against the Pack.
All right. Titans, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Titans are at Tampa Bay. Titans are favored by 1.5. Another coin flip type of game. But man, I really like the way that Baker Mayfield played that game last week against the Texans. He seems like and the team itself is trying to figure it out. Look like they're feeling each other. So I think that the Bucks take this one, even though the Bucks are favored by 1.5. So I take that back. I think the Bucks are going to take this one. They more than cover this one.
Yeah, I think I want to lean Titans, but the Bucks front seven is now starting to really get back to what they were doing to stopping the run. If the Titans can't run this ball, I think it's going to be a tough game for them. Give me the Bucks at home.
Give me Mayo boy.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Give me Mayo boy.
Mayo boy.
Mayo time. That's Will Levis.
Will Levis.
Oh yeah. Will Levis. Yeah. Well, and that's just it, right? Like if the Bucks stop the run, then I have Will Levis in my fantasy team because Kirk Cousins now is no longer there.
Gotta love it.
I digress. Atlanta Falcons at Arizona Cardinals. Falcons are favored by 2.5. Another one.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler is back, but Cardinals are still not favored in this game. Hey, you know what? I'm taking Cardinals.
What do you got, Zach?
I'm taking the Falcons.
Yeah, you know what? Despite Bijan Robinson being the most expensive running back to not get enough touches, I still think the Falcons are the better team. Give me Atlanta in this one, but I do think Arizona gets more of life with Kyler Murray, even though apparently Call of Duty's coming out too, which that's a whole other thing with Kyler Murray.
Yes, it is. Lions at LA Chargers. That is Lions. This is actually, I think, going to be a good game. Lions are favored by 1.5. So aside from the Browns Ravens game, I think this one's going to be one that could be exciting. Could see a lot of points out of this one. I'm going to take the Lions just because I just don't like what I'm seeing from the Chargers. Yeah, they beat the Jets, but big whoop. I'm taking the Lions.
Yeah, give me the Lions.
You know,
fighting Dan Campbell's.
Yeah, you know what? I was saying I like what the Chargers are doing, but give me the fighting Dans, man, and feed Amon-Ra and Sam Laporta. Those guys have honestly been tremendous.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we got Giants at Cowboys. The Cowboys are favored by 15.5 points. If you guys recall, last time they kicked the shit, the Cowboys, that is, out of the Giants on Sunday Night Football Week 1. I think this is going to be a repeat of that. The Cowboys by 1 million. It's not even going to be a question here.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tommy DeVito is starting at quarterback. So watch out. Baby. Watch out. Cowboys win by 35.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know what to say. Just Cowboys.
Commanders at Seahawks. The Seahawks are favored by 6 here. Commanders just haven't been able to figure out how to score either. The Seahawks, and they're going up against a really good Seahawks defense, despite what we saw in Baltimore. I'm going to take the Seahawks, and it should be a pretty easy game for them.
I think Seattle finds a way to make the games interesting, but the Commanders aren't running the football as well as they can. Sam Howell and Bieniemy, they just like to throw a ton. That's Seahawks secondary. Lamar in this game, when the Ravens played the Seahawks, it was on the ground. So if they can't, if the run game's not working for the Commanders, I feel even more confident with Seattle. Give me Seattle.
Yeah, Seahawks bounce back. Seahawks seem to beat the teams they need to beat.
Agreed. Next up, New York Jets at Las Vegas Raiders. We just got done touching on this earlier. The Jets, I'm going to take the Jets on this one. They are favored by 2 points. But the Las Vegas Raiders showed out. Their defense looked really good. But again, it was against the Giants last week. So what can you say about that? So I'm going to take the Jets. I just think that the Jets have the better defense, and that's really the only reason why.
Zach?
I think winners anyone who doesn't watch this Sunday night game, but I'll take the Jets.
You know what? I'm gonna buy what's going on in Vegas. They're gonna have another victory cigar or sweet and mild, whatever it may be. They feel like they're gaining confidence there, and the wheels might fall off for the Jets.
That is it, guys, for week 10. Next,
that was good. That was pretty good, Rocco. Thanks for standing pat, man.
Yeah, Rocco, that was impressive.